We go back into Supergirl. Should we talk some more about Tyler Hoechlin, by the way?
Hoechlin.
So we had this, didn't we? I called him Hoechlin on Monday because, hey, when you look at his name, it's H-O-E-C-H-L-I-N.
I thought it was Hoechlin too.
But we did research. We were like, hey, you just YouTube, how do you pronounce Tyler Hoechlin's name? And then it came up with a Tyler.
And then also on his Twitter.
Hey, it's Tyler Hoechlin. Hey, it's Tyler Hoechlin.
On his Twitter, too, it says, pronounced Tyler Hoechlin. So.
You know, when you said he's going to look like Lord Farquaad, I thought you was about to...
She actually
when you said he looks like Lord Farquaad, Shrek 1, best Shrek ever, by the way, I thought you were going to give me the biggest compliment and say that we have some similarities.
Oh, I apologize. That's not what I was going to say.
Yeah?
Well, you both are a similar complexion.
That's the best. That's the best you can do. That's the best you can do.
I don't know.
Guys, as we've seen in the news, in ratings, in everything, this guy has absolutely killed it. So, guys, in the comments so far in Twitter, how are you guys avoiding? How are you guys enjoying Tyler Hoechlin? His last name keeps throwing me. I keep wanting to say Hoechlin. Yeah. How have you guys been enjoying Tyler Hoechlin as Superman so far? We're not sure yet if we're getting him for 8 episodes for the full season. I'm pretty sure we're not going to get him for that long, which is kind of a heartbreak, but the show is named Supergirl, not Supergirl and Superman, or Supergirl and Superman and Guardian and Win and everybody else that's just getting kind of like shoved into that show.
And we're going to speak on that Guardian photo, too.
We have a good Guardian. We have a good Guardian. We'll talk about that in a minute. We're getting there in a minute. Secret identities. One thing I do like is Clark and Kara. I do believe Tyler Hoechlin has locked in the persona of Clark Kent. He's very ditzy. He's very...
Still very handsome,
It's still very handsome.
Like
and those glasses
just a little drooling coming out there.
So let's actually talk about how well he did as a performance, not just his looks.
I don't know, man. I'm very attached to Henry in the DCEU.
Okay, let's do this then. Let's throw this one out to you guys. I was a huge Henry Cavill fan. A lot of people are not a huge Henry Cavill fan. Devon is, so high five to Devon.
I liked him.
Of course, he's just beautiful. Of course, you enjoy him.
That's not true.
Guy looked like he was sculpted from God. Who's your more preferred Tyler Hoechlin? More preferred Superman? Tyler Hoechlin or Henry Cavill? I'm going to say Henry Cavill. I'm going to say Henry Cavill.
I'm going to say that's pretty much the only role Henry Cavill was made perfect for.
No, Man from U.N.C.L.E.
I saw that. And
you didn't like it?
I love Guy Ritchie, and I saw that, and I was like, I don't know. And then, like, I saw Immortals. He's all right in that one. But, like... He got Superman.
Yeah.
Like, that role was made.
He hates that now, though.
What?
That's all that anybody can see him.
Because that's all he needs to play.
Yeah, and you think he got paid that much money for it? You really think he hates it? He got paid that much money to do 3 Superman films?
His career
My
into
life
something
sucks,
else. And everybody's
right?
like, you're the guy from Superman. He's like, and
how do you think Daniel Radcliffe feels?
How do you think Mike Epps feels? He's going to be Day-Day. Always.
He's going to be what?
I said, how do you think Mike Epps feels? He's always going to be Day-Day.
How do you think who goes?
Mike Epps feels.
Guys, getting a little bit more into Supergirl before we branch off onto Mike Epps kind of world. Cat Grant was my favourite character, hands down, in the first season and in second season. We got Kara and Cat. For starters, she's absolutely beautiful. Second of all, which pisses me off, she's not going to be in it for that much longer.
What?
She's kind of paved the way now for Kara to do what she wants to do. She's set Kara up in the whole of the first season. Her first season was really trying to find out who Supergirl was. But now Cat has kind of sat Kara down and been like, yeah, you have 72 hours to tell me where your position is that you want to be as Kara in this company. So that's my main thing that's made me happy about Cat so far. She's really given that Kara that kind of direction. So now we can see Kara develop as a worker, as a functioning member of society, because it's got to be, I mean, you've got to put it on your shoulders. Like, when does this girl sleep? Excuse me.
She doesn't sleep.
Well, she doesn't have to. She's a Kryptonian. As long as they have sunlight, they don't have to sleep, eat anything. That's why they can survive in the vacuum of space.
So she can't live
Little Kryptonian fact for you.
Little Kryptonian fact right there. Miss Tessmacher. That's so true. The new assistant is just unfortunate. Who just gave me that shout out there? Yeah, Maurice Suggs. You're Miss Tessmacher. I don't know how you say her name, but shit, I feel so sorry for her. I've been an assistant in that kind of positions before, so I've had Jack! Screamed at me many a time. So, Miss Tessmacher, we're going to be with you along the way. Hopefully, Kara's going to help you out. But I'm really looking forward to seeing Kara's development alongside Cat.
Do you think that she knows that Kara is Supergirl?
Right, so this is my little thing. In the end of season 1, they hugged. Supergirl and Cat were out on the balcony giving the whole little spiel about how Cat is just amazing and Supergirl's just messed up a bunch of shit. She needs to change, etc. But Cat and Supergirl hug. And Cat kind of looks real quick, as I'm sure she's hugged Kara before, and it's like, hold up a minute, this kind of feels the same, you know? Like, I've hugged Kara before, now I'm hugging Supergirl, something similar here. So I like to think that Cat does, but I don't think she does, but I'd like to think that she does.
That's an interesting way to remember somebody as being like, I know this hug. I've had this hug before.
Hugs can be very familiar.
I've had this hug.
And
For
you can
hugs,
connect
hell
with
yeah.
someone
Yeah,
pretty
hugs
well.
can be
Hugs scientifically actually release
Endorphins.
endorphins.
Yeah.
That's it. That make you happy.
And when you hug
Hug
somebody,
everyone.
you take in their smell.
Yeah.
And, you know what
She
they
probably
feel
got like a whiff.
Yeah.
Guys,
Yeah.
hug someone today.
someone.
Whether it's a friend, a family member, or just somebody you just met.
Or a
Make
puppy.
sure-
Oh,
or a puppy. We had a
puppy.
puppy in here today. Pick up the Pez.
It's not me. It's not.
He's gonna go mad. Pick up
Y'all
the
see
Pez.
she knocked down the flash
I
past the
didn't
spin.
knock down
You
the
put it back up.
You know what?
Oh my god.
You put it back up.
That's what happens when you mess.
I'm putting
Would
it on
you
this
believe
side.
that these two are the older ones out of the group? Never, right?
I'm not worried about Pez.
I'm not worried about Pez. Guys, we're
Three
going to talk
Hail
about Lena Luthor real quick. Devon, you had a couple things. You weren't too happy to see a Lena Luthor. Obviously, I'm sure you would have liked to have seen a Lex.
I mean, yeah, you always want to see a Lex. I didn't
Katie
really.
McGrath.
Yes.
She was
She's
good.
so good.
Now she's doing a great job. I'll give her that. But that's just. Don't worry about me. Go
It's,
do
it's,
your.
yeah, I know, because we'll get into something where Devon's is going to run on and be like, this shit, and nitpicky the way he does, which is why we love him. That's why he's the #1 Flash fan. I'm a big fan of Lena, Katie McGrath. It seems as though she's more of a target for the Luthors instead. So using Lena right now, I feel like it's a possible opportunity and a possible platform to maybe bring in a Lex or maybe bring in some form of Lex, but definitely we're going to have Lex Corp. So let's hope for Luthor. Guys, are you going to look at seeing Luthor or are you happy with just Lena at the moment? And now my computer just got all flat, which is lovely. Kellum, what is my next? Metallo. This is where Lena comes into play.
Yeah.
So Metallo, John Corbin, who we did see, there he is. This is
There
our,
he is.
this is the comic book version of Metallo.
Yes.
This is what
So
Devon,
cool.
this is what Devon wanted to see. Unfortunately,
Yes.
he's not going to see full robotic Metallo. What we are going to see is John Corbin with the. I don't know what to call it. It's the Tony Stark looking thing that he's
Oh,
got
yeah, yeah.
along that's mixed with like the Firestorm Matrix gadget as well. But as we know, in the comics with John Corbin, Professor Val rescues him from a deadly crash. In this kind of incident, it was his fight with Superman and Supergirl. Professor Val, part of Project Cadmus, is what we're going to see in Supergirl, which is what I'm really looking forward to finding out more
Cadmus is
about.
gonna be intense.
Project Cadmus is going to be very strong within Supergirl.
Shout
as
out to
well.
my Young Justice people.
Who will
Cadmus.
hopefully get in.
Cadmus.
Shit, what did I see? I saw something about a possible Young Justice playing a part in
Oh, I did
Supergirl.
too.
So, like
Oh,
somebody
I saw
coming
that
in, one of
too
the
somewhere.
characters
Yeah,
or
yeah.
something. But yes, John Corbin's going to be playing Metallo. Next week is going to be great on Monday because we're going to see Metallo versus Superman. And Metallo is one of Superman's technically biggest
Yeah.
enemies that you can get besides
yeah.
Lex and the main guys. And like I said on Monday, guys, he was voted IGN's 52nd greatest villain of all time.
Really?
52nd.
Supergirl, 52nd great. There's a lot of supervillains, by the way.
Yeah,
so
I
I'm
know,
going to
but-
consider 52nd, like this was in 2009 as well. 52nd still quite a good ranking.
Yeah.
So that's going to be exciting to see how the writers and the developers use Metallo when it comes to fighting Superman. And of course, seeing Superman and Supergirl team up again. How long have we been waiting for this kind of shit?
So long.
How long have we been waiting for this kind of shit? Guys, let's talk about some casting news real quick. Before we do talk about the casting news, if you guys have anything more about last week's episode that you want to chat with us about, guys, please feel free to hit me up in the YouTube comment. Please feel free to hit me up on Twitter @JackKind, and of course on our Facebook group that is going to come up right after Guardian. Don't worry about it. So guys, let's quickly talk about Guardian because this is also where I saw the casting news in our Facebook group. Devon. I know he hasn't got his typical yellow and blue costume, but could you imagine his head and his shield being bright yellow?
It's not
Come on,
even-
he looked
It
like
would
a
look
Wally.
weird.
It's
It
not
wouldn't
even
work.
the
He looks
color
like
that
Spartan.
it's not even the color that I'm worried about
Yeah, a
though.
little bit.
My main thing is like at this point I don't think they really just know what to do with Jimmy.
Oh, I couldn't agree more. Why
they
are
just
you
have
becoming
no
Guardian?
idea. Like
Yeah.
we completely just eliminated an entire other character now to make Jimmy Olsen, the nerdy little redhead camera guy, like the Guardian? Really? Like I said, Young Justice people, you know who Guardian is, okay? I
So
get
seeing this is kind of a bit of
Exactly.
a piss take. For
Now I
the
do
Young
get that
Justice
he
fans.
big, bold, and black. That matches right there. But like, come on. Come on.
We're going to see how it comes. A lot of people have taken nicely to the costume. A lot of people have taken not so nicely, saying that they want the original comic book look in. So guys, like I said, please feel free to hit us up. You know Devon's thoughts, you know our thoughts here on the YouTube chat, on Twitter. And guys, the biggest Facebook group to discuss in all things Supergirl, where I actually found out about this casting, as well as some, where is it? Thank you. Supergirl discussing the TV show. Guys, this is your numero uno. Unero?
Unero. That works,
Numero
too.
uno.
Unero,
Spot
deucero.
for all things Supergirl, discussing the TV show. Thank you, Lance. Thank you, Arnold, Noe,
Thank
and
you,
the
Lena.
rest of the admin for setting that group up. Guys, like I said, it's about 8,000 followers right now. They've got one for Supergirl, for Flash, for Arrow, and for Legends. And we're going to be showing you guys throughout the show, so you can be sure to be on the biggest forum on Facebook, talking all things Supergirl. And from this Supergirl Facebook group, guys, which is where we're constantly going to be asking you guys questions. If you guys ever want anything appearing on the show, please feel free to put it on those groups as well, so that we can bring it in and kind of just create some content, some fun stuff for you guys. Speaking of fun stuff, Eric Moran is a huge cosplayer. You guys may know him. He's a part of all of these groups. He's a great member, and we've got him as some Guardian cosplay. Devon,
Ooh,
you
nice.
now have
There we
your
go.
actual comic book. Big black bald guy,
That's
yellow
nice.
head, yellow shield. You
That's a
happy?
little more.
I like that one. I like Eric. Shout out to Eric. I likes that, Eric. I mess with that, you know? It's just...
Should we send this to CW and be like, yo, let's give Jimmy a kick and let's bring in Eric?
You know what, though? I'm not going to
Okay,
speak on it
just
too
change it real
soon.
quick.
Just because I've noticed that with the show, sometimes he might look like that now, but they always have that level of evolution, I've noticed with character.
him.
So that might be how... He might
Like
look
you
like
said, he just looked like
RoboCop /
Stark.
SWAT
Yeah.
team right now, but he might evolve into, like, Guardian. I'm still a little about just taking Jimmy Olsen of all people and making him that, but, you know, what
Could
can
you
do?
imagine if they'd have tried to bring in another character? Because we said that about the Flash originally. The
Yeah.
Flash had too many characters in it. DC have got it on lock right now with the perfect amount of characters, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Supergirl is now getting to that point of where there's a lot of bloody characters, and it's hard to start keeping up with them. So if they would have tried to bring in another person for Guardian, I'd have just started tripping and been like, forget it, I can't bother with these names anymore.
They could just cast Eric Moran. I wouldn't
That's what I'm saying. Let's just give Jimmy Olsen a kick and let's get these guys in. Guys, that's me, that's Supergirl, that's your DC TV Universe crew for Supergirl so far. Thank you very much for speaking with myself and, of course, the guys about Supergirl. Now, we're going to wrap things up and we're going to throw it to your #1 Flash fan, Devandi Stewart. Devandi Stewart with all things Flash. Guys, this chat with Devon.
Let me put my eyebrow on fleek real quick for you. So, I understand that I left the film. I'm trying to do Obama way. I understand that I left some things out last time on my Flash After show, but we back at it now, and this is about to be all spoilers, all things, every time. Don't forget, Lance and them at Flashbacks. That's always the one that gets me. That's why I let you say it, but we got it down. And
I made
don't
a
forget-
photo for you that's going to come up later.
Ooh.
So you don't even have to say it no more, son.
Oh, don't you be talking dirty to me
Worry
now.
about
Don't you
it.
start
I
talking
will-
dirty
I
to
will
me.
threaten you with a good time, Devon.
Oh,
I will
oh,
threaten
dang.
you.
Oh, Jack
I
is
don't
a,
wanna be in the
he's
middle
a
of this.
Me
silver
neither.
tongue devil.
Step
Do you wanna
out.
go,
Yeah,
or-
we can.
Let's just
I'll-
go.
I
No,
got
you're
some
tied
apples
onto the
and
chairs,
some
right?
You
almonds.
better take your seat and read your verses.
Yeah, you have apples
Okay.
and peanut butter with you, don't you?
Yeah.
Who does
That's
that?
so good.
Weird ass Americans.
It's actually almond
apples
butter.
and peanut
It's
butter.
actually almond butter that
And-
I homemade myself.
And
That's
it's
actually very
good.
delicious.
Anyways,
Very
Flash.
delicious.
So,
Anyway.
Flash, yes. One thing that I feel like is just the ongoing joke with the show is just at the very beginning of the episode, he just boom, he runs all the way to Star City, runs in Felicity. He's like, Felicity, we got to talk. And shout out to
She's
Felicity
so
right
fine.
there.
I'm sorry.
No, she's a very, very gorgeous girl. I ran into Emily Bett Richards.
Emily Bett Rickards.
I
believe.
ran into her one time in audition. I was like, oh my goodness, that is a good looking
He
woman.
texted me right away. He was like,
I
dude,
did.
the legs on this chick. I'm sorry, it's inappropriate. But still, it was. She was like, she is absolutely undeniably more beautiful in real
She's my
life.
favorite person
Oh, she's
ever.
gorgeous. She's definitely gorgeous.
Ever.
West Allen all day.
But you know who's more gorgeous?
Oh, me? Thanks, guys. Wait.
Iris. We got Iris coming up.
Oh, I was like, are you pointing to Emily
I was going
Bett
to point
Richards?
to Iris if she comes around anytime soon.
Yeah, but the ongoing joke that they have is like his clothes just don't catch on fire no more. He literally ran from
yeah.
city to city, and he would just like, Felicity, we need to talk. Blew all her papers around, by the way. I'm sorry for that, Felicity. I'll talk to Barry next time. But yeah, and it's interesting that he chose her to be the one. You know what I'm saying? As far as like to break it down.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of people he could have confided in. He confided in Felicity. I don't know if they're hinting at something or whatnot, but y'all needs to back up off my West Allen.
Wait,
okay?
what? She's one of the smartest people. Of course they're going to confide in her. Of course he's going to confide in her. She's the best person ever.
That's a good reason with opinion, because she's the best person
That is a good
but
opinionated
I believe he
reason.
likes to confide in Felicity because she is out of the group. She's kind of an outsider. I
Yes,
know she's
also.
considered part of the group, but everybody else is messed up right now. So if he can go to Felicity and get some kind and get some kind of like direction for her. Okay, I made it like I said the wrong thing. I apologize. Okay,
It's all good.
And get some kind of like normality is what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
With Cisco, shit knows what's going on there, you know what I'm saying? Daniel
Ooh.
Panabaker, she thinks she's getting kidnapped, like all this shit's going on. At least when he goes to Felicity, it's
Yeah.
like, well, okay, things are normal, except Diggle got a baby boy.
Right.
Which I'm going to take from you real quick because you want to know who this is pointing out to
know.
be, Mr. Connor Hawke.
Yes.
Helen, have we got that?
From Legends.
Yeah. Well,
I'm sure we do.
I mean, it's
sure
not
we do.
from, but it was appeared.
Diggle's
in
son,
Legends.
Connor Hawke. There he is.
Yeah.
Thank you. So in Legends, in one of the alternate timelines in
Yeah.
the future, 2046, we got Connor Hawke, who is actually Diggle's son. So with Barry messing up the timeline in this season,
This is so
he's
cool.
technically created Connor Hawke.
That is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
But I'm actually gonna get to that. I'm actually gonna get to that.
There's no but. That's like.
No, there's a
that
but.
should get a
There's always a
reaction.
but. There's always time for buts. Okay. So first of all, let me just point that out too. Everybody loves pudding. I gotta disagree with you right there, Felicity. I don't like pudding.
I
so
love pudding.
That's why nobody likes you. But I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I'm playing. Yeah, I'm kind of playing. I'm just playing. Come on. You know we got nothing but love for Olivia most of the time. So, yeah, Connor Hawke. We already talked about that. Yes. So another thing I need to get at is West Allen. We need to understand that this timeline messing with Barry is getting on my nerves. Okay? It's getting on my nerves. Look at her pretty little self with them hot leather pants she always got on.
Yeah, I got this photo because I know you really like that version.
Oh,
of
yeah, that's my
Iris in
favorite.
Those leather pants. Yeah, that was
Those
my
hot
favorite.
leather pants, Iris, keep West Allen it up with those. But he keeps erasing their smooches.
Yeah,
He keeps
this is
erasing the smooches. Every time he gets him a little piece of the lip action, he goes back and tries to save or not save somebody. And next thing you know, it never happened. It never happened. It never happened. Barry?
He's kissed this chick like 5-6 times
Yes.
now.
Yeah, no.
But technically he hasn't in the timeline
Exactly.
that we're in
Well,
right
he did
now.
at the
Would it be fair to say, though, that with each kiss, it instills something in her, so when she kisses him again, it seems more
Yeah.
familiar each time?
Within her or him?
Within her.
Probably both. Well,
I mean,
her.
both, but he knows.
He knows what
so
happened.
with
yeah.
her.
So this cheeky
specifically.
git is just running about timelines, kissing all the different irises he knows, so that the one iris on his timeline can feel some kind of inkling that they are meant to be together. Yes.
No. So,
Okay.
all right. So, about that epic dinner fail. Okay, that was something painful.
That was bad.
I actually like Smoke Allen more than West Allen.
Lars, you are my hero.
Lars Gertz.
Am I a bad person?
Devon,
You
do
are not a bad
consider-
person, Lars. You are my favorite person now, and I thank you.
I'm gonna just pretend like I didn't hear anything,
Lars,
and I'm gonna continue.
Hide
So
your
that
kids,
epic
hide
dinner
your
fail.
wife.
You're gonna have to
got
hide
everybody
everything.
coming at you.
Because I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna find you, Lars. But shout out to Lars. But yes, so okay, so yeah, we had the epic dinner fail. It was a weird moment though because like I don't know, man. At the beginning of this episode, I was like, look, I don't know if emotionality is a word, but all this emotionalities that we got clashing at this table, like it's just too much. It's too much going on. Okay, so I'm glad now that when Barry tried to go back and do the timeline again, my favorite part of the episode when he gets snatched out of the Speed Force, snatched out
was
of the
cool.
time,
That was cool.
and of course I'm thinking like, oh my God, he done ran into Savatar. Oh God, the rival's fast enough to go through time with him. Oh, but it's Jay Garrick, my man, Gray Jay. Jay,
Do we have a photo
what's
of
up?
Jay and Barry?
Bring them up. Bring up
He
both
might
of
have
them.
to fix it for us before. Oh,
Look
there
at
it
that.
is. That's such a great
that's such a beautiful shot.
favorite costume.
Yeah, that right there. That's Jay Garrick. That's my favorite costume.
Jay Garrick's your favorite. Yeah, out of the show.
Out
as well.
of so far in the show, yeah, I think Jay Garrick has my favorite.
Yeah,
Him
over Wally
and
as
the
well.
first Reverse Flash. I loved that yellow to black.
Oh,
I
we
loved
have
that.
The one that we get in Legends with air bars. Yeah, yeah,
Exactly.
yeah, okay.
I'm gonna let Tatiana have that. I'm gonna let her talk
But
about
no,
Reverse Flash.
Jay's is my favorite. Guys, who is your favorite Flash costume so far? Is it Barry? Is it Wally? Is it? Have we seen Jesse's yet? Did we see
No,
the
we
promos?
saw her
We'll
on the
see
promo.
Jesse properly next week, hopefully, and obviously, of course, Zoom. Oh shit, Zoom is a good costume.
Zoom is a good costume.
Yeah, and Zoom was cool. I mean, Zoom, like,
go with the
that one was like,
classics,
meh.
yeah, so-
Oh, actually, ultimately, my favorite costume was that ending moment in season 2 when Zoom was turned into Black
Oh,
Flash.
turned into Black Flash.
Oh my
Yeah,
God,
yeah, okay.
I wet myself. I still have those drawers encased in a glass case.
Ew.
Same wetness, they're molding now. It's amazing. Yes, that was my favorite Flash costume of ever. Okay, you can say what you want, but those are some expensive drawers right there.
Oh, gross.
So, yes, that part right there meant a lot to me though. Finally seeing Jay do what he does best, which is give the advice. Because of course, like, I mean, in the comic he slowed down a bit, but like on the show, he's doing his thing still, saving people on the other, timeline and whatnot. But Barry needed that advice. That advice. Because now it's definitely got him settled and not necessarily content, but comfortable with what he's done and able to fix the mistakes without actually going through time and trying to redo, which always ruptures something. So, Jay, shout out to you, man. That we needed that. We needed that. We could have done that 4 or 5 timelines ago, but I'm glad you finally did it, and Barry definitely accepted it.
Sarah Sharp must be reading your notes, Devon, because she's talking about Cisco vibe. Can we talk about vibe suit Cisco's going to be making himself?
Oh, yeah, no, Cisco was my
Vibe
next
suit.
topic.
That's why I just said she
Cisco's
must be reading your notes.
You know,
'cause she knows what's coming in next.
Shout out to you, girl. What was her name?
Sarah Sharp.
Sarah Sharp. You are
Here we go,
sharply
here we go.
Sarah. Now,
You
okay.
are wow.
Sarah Sharp, you were so sharp, Sarah. But
I'm sure she hasn't heard that before.
right, I'm pretty sure she hasn't heard that her entire life. I'm sorry, Sarah. But yes, now with Cisco, Cisco was the one that was actually bothering me the most. And it's one of those things like, because I assumed when he was in the whole like, you know, grieving classes and all that, he was so mad at Barry. I assumed it was because he said his brother died in an accident. I was thinking like maybe he was saving somebody and his brother died in a car or something, or maybe Barry, he can't get drunk. So like something happened and Barry was associated with his death. That wasn't the case. He was just like, oh, so you can't bring my brother back? No!
But
Cisco.
no, man, no, of course you can't.
We can't bring
Why?
it. You see what happened. Remember the other timeline when you got stabbed through the chest?
This was my
Remember that?
this was my least favorite Cisco.
Yeah.
Yeah,
100%.
This little whiny Cisco, but
Why
my
is
favorite
he's
part.
mourning?
First
Give
of
him a
all-
all of you guys, he lost his brother, and I mean, I understand Barry can't do
Wait,
it.
but him and his
but-
brother didn't get along anyway.
didn't like
in
each
the
other
original
anyway.
But
Well,
it's
it's
still
his
his
brother.
brother. Like, it's his blood. You have to
I'm
give
just
him
saying.
some time to
You know
mourn.
what? You know what? I'll take that. Yes, everybody
Yeah.
mourns differently. I'm not saying that I don't have some family members that if they just suddenly disappeared off the face of the earth, I'm gonna be grieving about. But I
Yeah,
will let
Justin
Cisco
Reese
have
agreed.
that. I will let Cisco have that. But one thing I do like about this Cisco, though, is that he has accepted his abilities. I didn't even know if he had them, honestly. They didn't even, like, hint at him or nothing.
Well, it seems
But-
getting emotion
yeah.
makes him come strong, which is referring back to Flash season 1 kind of stuff.
But I do like that because now he kind of low-key has a sidekick since Wally West doesn't have the speed in this
Anymore,
timeline
yeah.
anymore. So he kind of has that, and I like what they did with that. I'll take that. You know, he's not upset no more. Everybody's, you know, found their calm, cool collectiveness. If it was me in the group, I would have been like, no, I want to know what I did in this other timeline real quick, just so I can know. And if it's something I like, I might try to do it now. But, you know.
that would lead
Libby
you to
Robb
your
just
demise.
said Cisco gave me the feels, sidekick feels, though.
Yeah, see,
Done the
who was
same
it?
thing as
Libby
you.
Robb.
Libby Robb. I'm right there with you. I'm sidekick
Yeah,
feeling all
okay,
over the
Mamma
place.
Mia. Barry went back to save his parents. Why can't Cisco ask?
No, it's good that he can ask.
Exactly.
He
I
can-
agree.
He did ask,
He-
but I'm saying he did ask, but then he was, after he saw what happened, he kept seeing what happened over and over, and he was still asking, and he was still like, it's like, well, you can't. Clearly, look at what happens. It's not a good idea. Stop asking.
But if Barry explains to Cisco and says, like, look, this technically ain't the right timeline anyway, so don't worry about it. In a little while, you're going to completely forget any of this happened. Your brother's going to be like, we're going to be back to normal again. You just need to help me.
I don't think that would have been good enough. I don't think that would have been good enough. That makes sense. That's a logical
no, it wouldn't
response.
have been good enough
It
for
wouldn't
him.
have been good enough. It's never good enough. It's never going to be good enough. Somebody's going to be upset about something.
Right.
You know. And shout out to John Richard and David Jones. He just got him a whip and he called it Liberty Bell.
Liberty Bell.
Yeah.
Yeah, yes, he did.
Shout
And
out to
Liberty
Liberty
Bell is
Bell.
going to be premiering in Flash episode 3 next season, next week, which Armand
No, Jesse Quick.
directed. No, Liberty Bell is going to be next season. That's why he named his car.
next season?
Next episode, sorry.
Oh,
That's why
yeah,
he
wait.
named his car Liberty Bell.
I thought it was Jesse Quick coming in because we also see Tom Cavanaugh.
David, if you're watching us, please correct us. One of us knows, one of us doesn't know. But Armand is... Armand's directing the episode next week. Armand Kevorkian. Unfortunately, I can't say his name too well because it's a difficult one. But the guy who does all the special effects for it. So we are hoping we can get Armand in to chat with Devon on Tuesday after the show.
Oh,
So
yeah.
keep your fingers crossed and keep your eyes out on the groups, on the Twitter, etc. To see if we can get that sorted for you guys.
Yes.
Back over to you, my man.
Back over to me, as always. Joe and Iris, glad, of course, more of the emotionality
let's
got.
get
Glad
some
that
Joe
got
and
worked
Iris
out.
up here.
So, Mr. Newman, Julian Albert, aka Tom Felton, aka Slytherin.
Wait,
over
we're going
here.
straight over Joe and Iris?
Yeah, I mean, because I kind of talked about them in the whole thing. I mean, she forgives him now, you know, that kind of thing. It wasn't necessarily something that was too crazy. It was the whole thing about the mom.
Yeah, so you
Which
think
is
that's
like-
done and dusted.
yeah.
Now you think they've cut that off. Joe,
Well,
Iris,
because-
Wally, a happy family again.
Yeah, they were mad about that the other season as well, when she was like, "You ain't gonna tell me about my mother." You know?
Yeah.
Like, we've already gone
Got
through
it,
that.
got
I'm
it.
glad they kind of showed it and dismissed it very fast.
Yeah.
We didn't need a whole nother 5
Episode
episodes
about
of that same dramatic
Amen to
storyline.
that.
So we're going to go to Julian Albert.
Yes, we're gonna go to Mr. Julian Albert himself, flyable. Okay, so
He's getting old, okay?
Malfoy.
Tom Felton, Malfoy is starting to look
Okay.
old. There are
He
some
looks
stress
great.
lines in his head.
No, he looks
That is like
perfect.
some
He looks
5
so
o'clock
good.
shadow that's getting a bit grey.
Look
That
at him.
hairline's
But he
starting to
needs
recede.
that to separate himself from
That's
Harry
true.
Potter.
From-
because
yeah, from
everybody's like,
Malfoy.
Malfoy.
Although he's
so
never
he
going to be
looks good.
forgotten.
Well,
No.
one thing that I have
Yeah.
noticed is that whenever a guy comes in with Jack's accent, they always tend to be a bad guy.
That's true.
Whenever
is
they're
true.
in wheelchairs
This is
or
true.
they have accents, they tend to be bad guys.
Have you
Okay,
seen the
why.
new Jaguar commercial? The Jaguar commercials?
Jaguar?
Jaguar, oh,
Jaguar?
Jaguar commercial.
Jaguar.
Jaguar.
It's got like
Jaguar?
all the British villains in it. Tom Hiddleston, Mark Strong, the kid who plays Beast, even though he's not.
I have
involved.
seen that. Nicholas
And-
Holt.
Yeah, Nicholas
Yeah.
Holt. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
And they
Yeah.
do the whole, if you need a fast car and you're the villains driving fast cars. It's just British people represent villains nowadays, apparently.
They do. They always
They're
have
all
every
evil.
James Bond movie
great. I
ever,
love
pretty
it.
much. But
Because in every
yeah.
That's a good point.
But so yeah, with him, he doesn't like Barry. They have definitely this thick rivalry. You see what I did there? Rivalry. Okay, we're gonna move past that. So, yeah, you know, he rubs me the wrong way. Okay. Speaking of, because now we have him in here, and as you know, Albert Desmond has an Alvin Desmond. There's the twins, and now we got the Dr. Alchemy out here, and I don't know. It's something. I don't know if it's necessarily him. I'm not gonna say it's him. We're still barely in episode 2. We need a little bit more to build off of. But I'm personally thinking that there is not an Alvin Albert, because that would sound weird, but like a Desmond Albert. Maybe they're doing a play on the names.
Got it.
That's behind that mask.
The Alchemy mask.
Yeah, the Alchemy mask.
So you believe Alchemy and Julian Albert are in cahoots?
Not necessarily in cahoots, because I think maybe Julian Albert is actually a good guy. I think maybe he is. But, and this is probably just gonna sound stupid, they're never in the room at the same time.
Well,
Okay.
Neither am I and
Yeah,
Batman.
Maybe you just revealed your secret. Okay. So,
no, you have an English accent, so it's
that's true.
You're clearly a villain.
You're clearly a villain.
So I don't know, but I mean, we have another Who's the Man in the Mask for this season as well. So guys, please use the hashtag DCTV crew.
Yeah, fine.
Oh,
correct.
my bad. So yeah, hashtag DCTV crew if you have an assumption or a prediction on who's behind that mask. Because I need to know. I'm still thinking it might be a Desmond Albert.
Julian is the new Eddie. Could you imagine if Iris and Julian get
Oh, no.
together?
Oh,
And
yeah,
just watch
man.
Giovanna just come.
Who said
just
that?
hang himself this
Who
episode.
said that?
Matt
Dean
Hantu.
Boyle. No, Dean Boyle.
Oh.
Dean Boyle.
Oh, no, sorry,
Matt
Matt
Hantu.
Hantu. You're
Matt,
right.
huh?
Matt Hantu.
Matt Hantu, I like your enthusiasm. I really do. I like it. I don't know if
Oh.
us West Allen fans out there can take another Iris relationship or a Barry relationship. I don't think I have it in me.
Libby Rob again. Do you think Julian knows that Barry is the Flash?
That one, I don't. I
No,
don't think
me
it.
neither.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I think
mean,
he just hates Barry because I think he fancies Iris. I think Julian
might.
fancies Iris.
He might better keep his little
You
slithering hands to himself.
You sure
Oh
he
my
doesn't know
goodness.
that Barry is the Flash?
We
I
don't. No, we're not sure.
For right now, I don't think
think
so.
you know.
You don't think so? I think he does.
You think he knows that Barry's the Flash?
Yeah. I think he suspects
No, he
it
knows
for
something
sure.
isn't right
Well,
about
he
him.
doesn't know
but I don't
for
think he knows
sure.
it's the Flash.
Yeah.
Remember, he said like, "There's something that's not right about you.
But
I
I know-
don't like it, and I don't like people I don't like and trust."
I know,
Blah,
but
blah, blah, blah,
I
blah,
feel like
blah,
he's
blah,
gonna put it together sooner than later. He's a smart guy.
He is a smart guy, but I mean, I'm pretty sure he has the ability to figure it out. But I don't think he knows.
Don't we all?
You know, yes.
Don't we all?
Don't we all? Right, Edward Clarice.
Oh, Edward Clarice
We've got
is
some
back.
more Clarice and Alchemy back in this one, which is
We
good.
do. We have him back in this one,
He's cool.
and I'm digging him. You know, he's cool. He's a little different. I enjoy his villainous cockiness.
I feel like he should have some kind of volcanic powers as well.
Right?
With the
He
colour of
does.
his
He
Yeah.
does look like
Volcano.
cool
magma.
down
Yeah,
lava.
cool down magma with
Yeah.
it underneath him
Yeah.
still kind
He
of
does
shit.
kind of look like it.
Oh, we have so many.
It's just I don't know. I don't know really where I'm at with him. I mean, he's cool. He keeps losing. Like he's obviously
It's big.
He's obviously
Yeah,
not
it's
that
big
fast.
speedster. Yeah, he's not, yeah,
like
not
to
good.
be so cocky, he's not that fast. I wish Barry was as cocky as him because Barry is that fast. He definitely needs his motivational speeches every time, but he can hit that speed, and I love it, love it, love it. But I don't know. It's a weird relationship with him and Alchemy right now.
The reason
I'm
I
not
like
sure where they're
Rival
going to take
is
it.
just because it shows new powers for the Flash as well, kind of thing. Like,
Yeah.
we hadn't seen Barry do the dual F3 tornadoes
Mm-hmm.
yet, but with the Rival, it gave the writers an arm and the creative leniency to kind of input these new powers
Mm-hmm.
that maybe Barry can't do just yet. But you want to know what? The Rival can.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit, Barry's realized the Rival can do that. I must be able to do that. So I feel like that's what I like about the Rival being here.
Mm-hmm.
He's given Barry some ideas about how he could also be a speedster as well.
Yeah, and I agree with that. That Bravo Armin and team for that whole like F3 tornado scene. Like, you know me, I whenever I see Barry kicking it in high gear, I love it. Regardless of why he's doing it, I love it. Every single time, every time. Just making sure you got that. All right, hashtag West Allen. So, we also, now Caitlin got some secrets.
It's a good point. Did we talk about Dr. Alchemy? Yeah, we're fine on
Yeah,
Alchemy,
we're
right?
good on Alchemy.
Yeah?
We're good on, because
Cool.
the thing is, we don't know too much about him. Obviously, he has, I think that's the Philosopher's Stone he was shooting.
Oh, the skin suits. People are talking about the
The Huff. What are they? Husks. That, I don't know. That maybe it's because the Philosopher's Stone has something to do with transmutation. And so
Yes,
that
so
just might be what's left behind. But like I said, we haven't gotten enough yet to really make too much of a solid guess. But I'm very sure it's going to deal with Philosopher's Stone transmutation.
The transmutation happens inside the husk, and then
Yeah.
the transmuted person comes out of the husk
Yeah.
hence leaving the shell.
Like when a tarantula sheds that outer layer and is like a sexier tarantula. I
Yeah.
don't know what you want to call it.
Oh, he's sexy now.
Oh, sexy tarantulas. I mean,
Got it.
anything with
Cool.
8 legs and 8
Tarantula.
eyes.
Let me just sexy.
Make sure you write that down.
Sexy
Tarantula.
Got it.
Hey, come on, it's on page
Got it.
200 of the flywheel. You should know that by now. Jesus. But yes, so Caitlin,
Killer Frost.
well now, the thing is, we don't know if it's going to be possibly Killer Frost.
That's a cold hand.
That is a cold hand.
That's not liquid nitrogen.
But that's not a cold heart.
That's definitely
You see
Killer
that
Frost.
face?
Wait,
That's not a cold-hearted
give it
face.
time.
She will turn.
Give it time.
She already been
Because we
kidnapped.
know how Killer Frost is. Killer Frost has that undyingly long, whitish blonde hair, dark blue lips, and makes very cold puns all the time. Kind of like, just kind of like Mr. Freeze in Batman and Robin when he was like, "It's ice to meet you."
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Nobody talks about that. Nobody talks.
Yeah, I know. We try not to. But, I mean,
Why?
we can't pretend that wasn't a beautiful suit that Arnold Schwarzenegger had
Thank you
on.
very much. It's a great movie, too.
suit
People
was
hated that
odd,
movie. It was
yeah.
like
I don't know about the nipples.
amazingly entertained.
And the Red Wing was like the best,
The best,
motorcycle
yeah.
ever. It was awesome. But yeah, so, it's ice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
But I'm not sure where they're going to go with this. I feel like it's going to go to one of those moments where she's going to be pushed to the brink of something and have to, like, help Barry out real quick. You know, they always
And it's
have to do
going to
that kind
come
of
through
thing.
emotion again,
Yeah.
same as everyone.
Well, the thing is, it doesn't look like, though, especially judging from that scene, that it takes emotion for her to get there. Because she was easily able to be like, oh, is he out the room? Is he out the room? Oh, yeah. Barry, I'm sad. So it doesn't take necessarily like, oh, my God. Like, Cisco was like, I got to help. Let me do it. And he wasn't even really that emotional. He was just kind of like, I got to do something. You know, adrenaline was probably going.
Or
But
it was like pent up emotion.
maybe.
He's been
It could
through
be.
that.
Yeah, he transferred that. Sir, Mamma Mia, would we have a good Killer Frost?
And that's what I think. I think
That's
we've
a good
already had the
one.
bad Killer Frost.
So
That's what I'm
now we
saying.
might get a sidekick Killer Frost instead to the Flash?
Maybe not a sidekick. She's probably not going to be out in the field as much as Cisco. But
Oh, so you think Cisco's vibe is going to be out in the field
I think
more?
Cisco's vibe is definitely about to do something. Because remember,
Well,
he
he
got.
does have cool, you know.
No, I agree,
Yeah.
but his strength is with...
That's true.
His strength is at Star Labs,
Yeah.
normally, behind the computer.
But you remember, they started putting him out in the field a lot last season. And his power was
With
important.
Joe.
He was the portal
Yeah.
opener. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? Like
true.
But Killer Frost, like, we already got Captain Cold. Like, do we need another cold body? But like I said, that's not a cold heart that you see in this picture. She displays that very well with her face. And so I don't think we're going to have an evil Killer Frost. But I feel like there is somebody that we are about to have evil come on the screen. That arm we saw at the end when Edward Clares was like, when he was like, you failed me again. And it was like, let me try again. And then that metal arm, come on, guys. I'm not the only one whose jaws got tight thinking that was Savatar's arm. Savatar, okay? I like to call him the Speed Force bastard child. Locked into the Speed Force.
Speed Force
Bastard child. He's the one that no one wants to have the Speed Force, but he has it, and there's nothing we can do about it. Unless Barry becomes Black Flash and touches him and he withers away into nothing, but that's a whole nother story, guys. Okay. So yeah, I'm hoping, I want that to be Savatar, just because I feel like he's much more of a detrimental villain. Not to say the Rival is not a good villain to Jay Garrick in the comics or whatnot, but it's not about Jay Garrick. You know what I'm saying? It's not. It ain't Jay. And Savatar can also open up more things dealing with the Speed Force, because I don't know if maybe to stop him at the end of this season, or like if that's him at all. Is that trapping him in the Speed Force? Is that what they got to do? And then maybe season 4, Barry turns into Black Flash. Something weird. I don't know. But it would be very interesting.
Speedster, and
Yeah.
Speedster, and just more and more
Yeah,
Speedsters.
because there's literally like a lifetime supply of Speedsters.
There is,
Especially
yeah.
with all the timeline play. We could bring in the kids, Wally kids, Barry kids. We can bring in anybody kids, okay?
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Hide
we'll
the
see.
kids.
Hide the kids, hide your wife.
Devon's getting everybody out of
We
here.
getting everybody in the Speed Force. Okay? Everybody gets the Speed
Devon,
Force.
before you throw it to our Facebook groups real quick, I have a YouTube question from Mac Tyler. Mr. Mac Tyler, thank you very much. When do you think we'll see Gorilla Grodd?
Ooh, I'm assuming towards like the middle of the season we might get some Grodd City, some Gorilla City.
Do you think we're going to get Grodd City first, and then that's going to... Because obviously last season we were hoping that Grodd City was going to be a big part of this season.
But I think what they did is they threw him out to like the primitive, like Caesar, Planet of the Apes, Gorilla City, and it's advanced by now because some time has passed.
He's advancing
But-
now. Gorilla Grodd is becoming...
Yeah.
And we also could
The
possibly
timeline.
see... Yeah, okay, cool.
And remember the timeline, so maybe with the timeline, alien spaceship crash, boom, the gorillas is geniuses, and now it's like we got an actual Gorilla City with the telepathy helmet and everything. I still want to see the moment where like Wally or Barry gets on top of his head and he bangs the helmet.
bangs the helmet.
Yeah, that's Justice League for you right there.
I have I've got one more question from YouTube for you.
I'm ready.
Lily Mitchelson, what about a Wally and Jesse romantic relationship?
Why does everybody want a relationship with some random people? Jesus. Do I want to see it? Not really. No,
No, me
I would
neither.
want to see him with Linda as always. Everybody wants to
We
see him
still
with Linda.
have Linda as well. We still have a Linda part.
Yeah,
don't
but
we?
it's like, it's weird now, because now you're just homie hopping, and now they're like cool, and it's like, it's weird if like Wally brings her home now, Barry's like, oh, Linda. And Wally's like, what was that look for? Is there something going on? And he's like, no, nothing ever happened like that. It's just weird now.
Yeah.
You want give a shout out to your Young Justice fan, Jordan Valdez. Since they're doing Artemis on Arrow, I'm hoping we're going to get a Wally and Artemis in the 4-way crossover. I'll
take that.
Like in Young Justice.
I will take that.
Jordan
What's his name?
Valdez.
That'd be cool.
Jordan Valdez.
Jordan
That'll be
Valdez,
good.
you're a good thinker. You're a progressive thinker. You're a future type person, and I appreciate
future
you.
type
You're a future person. I appreciate you. Good thinking. And shout out to a couple of Instagram groups who I'm a fan of. They have lots of followers, so I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys might have heard of them. CW_the_Flash_Arrow_Smallville. They post a lot of awesome videos, a lot of awesome pictures. Same for Marvel_DC_Unity. Go follow them now. Awesome people. I double tap everything. I'm pretty sure it gets lost in that big amount of love that they get all the time. But guys, if you want to join the conversation dealing with the Flash and all things Flashtastic, get out your Flybles, okay? Get out your Flyble and hashtag DCTV Crew. And with that, you can do it on Twitter, you can do it on Facebook. In the groups, we have both Flash/Flashbacks
We have
with
the
Lance. Oh, right here, awesome.
have
And
the
we
Flash
have
Facebook
the
header.
DCTV Universe crew on Facebook as well. So hit us up, let us know. I love interacting with you guys because you guys are such great people. And the Flash wouldn't be the Flash without your, I couldn't think of nothing wrong with Flash besides a bad word. And shout out to Lil Timmy, I don't want to say the bad word. So, yes, that being said, we're gonna throw it over to Olivia for Arrow.
Let's do it.
Let's
Let's
get
do it
right
right now.
into
Let's
it.
do it right
go.
now. Cool.
We can't wait. Guys, it's my turn. How exciting. It's the best part. It's Arrow. I'm Olivia, your Arrow expert, kind of. I try. I'm just really obsessed with it.
Actually, the best part of waking up is Folgers in your cup. So,
I don't think so. I don't know about that.
Crickets?
That wasn't a good one. Sorry.
Olivia on the line. The Boyle, legend. Yes, Olivia on the line. It's your turn. Arrow.
I'm so excited. All right, so let's just jump right into it. Recruits, this is what the episode was called. It was basically all about the recruits.
The new recruits.
The new recruits. There they are. Wild Dog, Evelyn Sharp, and obviously Mr. Terrific. There they are. They focused mainly on Wild Dog this episode, but
Because he's an asshole.
because he was being a jerk the whole time and he
that's
didn't want to be trained.
Asshole.
It was an
With an
asshole.
R. You gotta put an R-S-E in there. Asshole.
Asshole. But yeah, I mean, Oliver did get to him towards the end, and he got through.
This guy's a little millennial. Guy's a little bitch ass millennial.
I
It's
know.
like, oh, I don't need
He
no
is a little-
training. Blah, 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 blah. I can do this. I can do
But
that.
he showed a very good point that he needed to respect the person that he was following.
Yeah.
Right.
Which is true.
Okay. They don't need to
Not saying
respect
he did
Oliver
it
Queen
correctly,
in
okay.
order to respect the Green Arrow. Okay. You respect the Green Arrow because he saved this city's ass 4 seasons.
And he also shot
4
him in the leg
seasons
with an
times.
arrow.
Yeah, but you also have to be like, I need to show you guys that you can trust me, and this is who I am. That he doesn't tell anybody who he is. Well, mostly nobody.
Everybody knows
tells a
who
few
he
people.
is.
He tells a few people, but this is a sign for him to show his solidarity to them, to be like, I'm serious about this training. I'm Oliver Queen, and let's move forward with this. Right, Tatiana? If I could reach you, I could high five
Yes.
you. But
Ragman is the only one, in my opinion, who deserves to actually be a part of the new team.
yeah. I
Because
mean,
Ragman
okay,
went
but
through the same
he-
shit. Ragman's done the same stuff. Ragman's lost all his life and his family.
well, there
Like,
he is.
Well, and
Moving
he's
on
like
to Ragman.
incredibly skilled and like, qualified.
Well, it's actually his clothes. So his clothes are ancient, 2,000 years old. And
His
during
dad,
the
yeah.
Haven, go. This is you.
His
I'm sorry.
dad
Wrapped him up
saved
in
him.
them.
So, like in the last Batman Superman movie, we learned that any 2 heroes, that have the same type of parents or past can learn to get along. So,
Just say Superman,
true.
Batman.
Batman's
I still don't understand why people don't understand that scene. I don't know if you do you not know anything about Superman and Batman? Martha is Martha is the
very
reason
important
Batman is
part.
Batman.
Yes,
Batman.
If
Yeah.
I was about to stab an alien through the chest and he said, "You're gonna let Deidre die," that's my mother's name, by the way. I was like, wait, what? What you mean I'm gonna let Deidre die? What you talking about? Like,
We're talking about Deidre.
Yeah.
Deidre's the whole reason I became Batman in the first place. Like, I'm just saying. So people that are like, "Oh, it was so stupid," it makes a lot
It
of
was
sense.
not stupid. It made a lot of sense.
Yeah, but everybody hates on it. The Ultimate Edition was probably the best superhero movie I've seen in a long time.
Yeah, I couldn't
Yeah,
agree anymore.
it was so good.
Ultimate Edition was the best movie.
But anyway, back to Ragman. He, their dad, both their dads saved them, and so I think, and he was the first recruit that the Green Arrow brought into the team. So I think that has
And
a
you
lot.
know why? Because he proved himself.
He did prove himself.
The other recruits didn't do
No,
nothing.
they tried
No.
to prove themselves.
Wild
They
Dog,
tried.
Wild Dog is a good guy. He did
Yes.
prove himself time and time again. He just
Yes.
kind of, isn't on the straight and narrow necessarily, but he did prove himself. He saved a lot of people. He didn't want to get that little girl hurt.
His
Well,
heart is
I
in the
mean,
right place.
And
heart
judging
is-
from the picture that
Doesn't
y'all
listen.
picked, it doesn't look like he
No,
cares
like
whether or
doing
not
right
the girl.
there. Yeah, you know.
It doesn't look like he cares
Right.
whether the girl is hurt or not. He is.
First of all, that wasn't
choking
the
the hell
girl.
out of her.
He was saving a little girl.
Yeah,
That was,
hello.
That's a woman.
Technically
That is
the
a
bad.
woman.
This is technically
She's
the
the bad girl. She's the
Bad
He
bad
got
girl.
her up on that wall. Like,
So, but I do have a question. I wonder if when Ragman finds out that Felicity was the one who kind of sent
Terry
the...
Baker just brought that up as
Oh,
well.
thank
That's
you, Terry.
interesting.
We're on the same path. But yeah, if when he finds out that Felicity sent the bomb
To
is
Haven.
to
Haven Rock?
Haven
Hall?
Rock.
Haven Rock, yeah.
Will he will she be in danger? Will he take it out on her? What's going to happen? with
I
that?
don't. Oh shit, that's quite a hard one. Because you're right. Similar. Again, I hate to relate this back to Captain America: Civil War kind of thing, but this is when Tony. Everybody's seen it. If not, this is a huge spoiler.
If you ain't seen it by
If you
now,
ain't seen it yet,
it's not a
Then
spoiler
you're
no
not
more.
gonna see
you
it.
ain't a
Yeah,
superhero
there's no
fan
spoiler.
in general. Obviously, Tony finds out that Bucky kills his parents under mind control, whatever. So, do you think Ragman is going to have the same reaction as what Tony did, which is just straight up see
Yeah.
red and try and kill Felicity, and it's going to put Ragman and Arrow against each other? Or do you think Ragman's going to be like, well, Felicity, you did what was best to save your family. I can understand that. It just sucked that you happened to destroy tens of thousands of people, including my family, all my friends, and everything else in Havenport.
I think that
Haven Rock.
to add to the drama of it, they're gonna turn Ragman against Felicity. And
They
they're
are
gonna
going to
have-
turn Ragman.
And they're gonna have an
against
Arrow Ragman
Come
fight
on.
off.
It's CW.
Which would be super
There's
cool.
somebody's
Yeah.
gonna be mad.
Double
Super
do.
cool to watch.
Never
Yeah.
is it that logical in the situation when it comes to a CW superhero show.
Yes,
Never are they
agreed.
gonna be like, actually, I understand that you did that for the greater good, and I'm not upset at you. Oh, I'm a little hurt. Let me go
You know
grieve.
why though?
But I understand.
No,
because they're
never.
superheroes.
Never is that
Superheroes
gonna
have
happen.
like 10 times the amount of emotions as a regular person.
Yeah.
So everything is like
Well,
times 10.
I don't know.
I love you. I love
Maybe.
you. And everything's
Devon,
like, I
have you
hate
seen the salmon ladder in Arrow? The one when he pulls it up and then he flips the bar up and pulls it up.
When he's shirtless?
We have like women after
he's
where
shirtless.
there's like
Shirtless.
the salmon ladder is hot at home, not
Oh,
easy.
like the
which is
actual
something that-
workout.
The actual workout.
Yeah.
Let's do it this weekend. We'll film it, see if we can do it. Devon's
I'm
a
down.
lot fitter than I am, so
down.
like just to let you know, he's the sexy one out of the crew.
This is important. Are you gonna do it shirts off or shirts
He
on?
can
I'll
do
go
it
shirtless
shirts
if
off.
you need me to,
Way
but
better than I do
you better
shirtless.
bring
You
your
know
dollar
what I'm saying?
bills, girl, because I'm
Dude,
trying to
I
make
take
some
this
change.
t-shirt off. You need to put fucking sunglasses on. I'm like glaring. I'm pale as shit right now.
He's actually
Hell no.
sexier than he lets on, people.
No, I just sound better than I look. Arsenal sucks. You better be talking about the person and not the team. Batflick posse. Anyways.
Anyways, moving on. Let's move on to the Bratva. These are the flashbacks that we're in right now. We saw that. Are you gonna pull?
Oliver Bratva. Yeah, I don't do it.
No, but there he is. So we finally
cool.
kind of
Good
see.
photo.
That's
Yeah,
a good
it's really
photo.
good. I was
We
like,
kind of see what happens to him in Russia.
Look,
My point.
Why
Thank
couldn't he
you.
have this hair in Ninja Turtles? Like, why couldn't you just have the hair? Why couldn't you have
What,
the
as
hair when he was
Casey
Casey Jones? Look at that hair. Look at that. I would have been cool with
You
that.
prefer that as Casey Jones than what he
Well,
was shaved
I'm
head?
just no. I mean, just because I like 80s Casey Jones with the long hair.
Oh,
and,
okay,
the,
fair enough,
yeah.
fair enough,
But
fair
like, that's all. I'm just a minor
And it's
thing.
also,
It's just me.
now that you just brought that up real quick, it's also funny because in this, he takes the piss out of Wild Dog for
Yeah.
wearing a mask.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, wearing a mask, a hockey mask like this, and it's
Yeah.
funny because, and in Ninja Turtles,
You got the hockey
He was
man.
got a
wearing
hockey mask on, you
which
know?
is the same thing. But my question to you guys is, like, why do you think that he put the recruits through the same punishment that he was put through with the get on the line in the Bratva, and he hated it so much, and it was so heart-wrenching for him, and then he does it again. I mean, I guess he didn't kill the
But
kids.
look at who he is now.
That's true.
Look at what that made for him.
And that's all that he knows.
And
That's how we got
that's
there.
how
That's
we
true.
got. This guy, like, people need to give Oliver more credit
he's-
than what he's been through.
That's because in order for people to understand how to get to where he is, I mean, obviously he's not going to go run and kill everybody, but but they have to endure the same amount
The same
of pain.
shit that he went through.
Like that's like mentally hard.
Yeah.
Like that's all of the above.
But
to
I
go
He
mean-
has
through
been
that.
broken down so much that in the first episode, that, like, we even saw the flashback. I'm going to jump it back to the pilot when he broke out of his handcuffs.
Yeah.
You wanna know how he did that?
With the
he
thumb. He
broke
dislocated
his
both
thumb.
of his
Yeah.
thumbs.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but I'm not going to do it right now because I'm not Oliver Queen.
I'm
Or
gonna
like,
do it.
why would you do it?
Pop- it
Because
doesn't-
just for fun. I don't.
Well, you gotta
No,
think,
you
like,
don't do it for
imagine
fun.
how hard
That's
the
what I'm
training
saying.
is
Why
for
would you?
every Robin that Batman gets.
Yeah.
You can't go out there as
has
hardened
to
as
be
you
the
are
specific-
and not have someone at
Thank
least
you.
close.
Right.
You know,
Thank
because
you.
if they were out there like, oh God, Batman, I don't know. He's like, Robin, you had one job.
Yeah.
Take out 23 guys so that I can go in there and get
Right.
the thing.
So I can go in there and
Yeah, so
be
I
the
can
one
go
guy.
and go take on Two-Face and Penguin at the same time. And if Robin's like, I don't know,
Whilst Batman
Batman,
just
that's a lot of
tiptoes
guys.
around.
Then it's just like you've ruined the whole night.
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
JJ Keeps, sorry
these
to
are
interrupt
people's
you, whilst we're
lives.
still here real quick. JJ Keeps, it kind of bothers me how quickly Ragman joined the team. Why, may I ask?
I think it was. I mean, I get it why he joined the team.
Yeah, I
he's
think
a
he-
good guy. He's trying to help the city. He's kind of the same as Oliver. I mean, we'll see how he goes after Felicity, but
JJ Keeps, be sure to chat with Olivia and all of us, of
Yeah.
course, on the YouTube chats, because I'd love to know why you think it was weird that he got to join so quickly.
I think it was 'cause of
Olivia,
his
let's
badass
pop
jacket.
through to...
Felicity's.
Can we just...
Sherlock style.
Yeah,
No.
Felicity boyfriend.
Let's
fine.
talk about it. This one's for you,
Quick.
Lily, because I know that you're very into it. But
420. Hey.
but Felicity's boyfriend, I just want to point him out.
Done. Pointed out.
No,
Next. Thank
he's-
you.
I like to call him Dr.
Weird.
Detective Tiny Hands.
Remember, guys,
Yeah.
size matters.
I just,
Always remember.
You
Did you see that after we
matters.
said that last
DCTV
time?
universe.
People were like, "Is anybody self-conscious?"
It's about
Tiny
that.
Hands. But it's
Sorry
true,
if
he's
we
Tiny
made you
Hands.
stop.
I just don't
I could
understand
pick up a
why they chose
basketball
this
one,
guy.
right.
He has literally zero chemistry with Felicity.
Yeah.
He's not even like close to anything great. If
Are
you're
we
gonna
putting-
choose a new guy for Felicity, make him something.
Make him-
Sorry.
Are we
Yeah.
saying
More
he's Ragman? Are we
robust.
saying he's Prometheus? Are we saying he's a bad guy or a good guy?
I don't know. I think he's.
Bad guy?
Yeah.
Bad guy.
I don't think he has that much to do with this, to be honest. I think he's gonna die soon. And his name.
Die? You took it there?
Bloody
Yeah.
hell.
I was just saying he was a bad guy.
We went from
You
here
said
to
die.
there.
I'm just saying. I
She
think he
took it.
might.
Talking
There.
about a man's life.
Well, he does have a name. His name is Billy Malone, so I guess if they gave him a name, he might stick around a little longer.
Yeah, but a name like Billy
Maloney.
Malone, you're
That's
gonna
what it
die.
sounds like to
Or is
me.
it
Sounds like to
Matchstick Malone
me.
somehow?
Guys, moving on to
Moving on to Prometheus.
a very, very, very fun villain this is gonna be.
He is so good.
He's
Um,
so good.
I thought you
So-
were gonna say hot, and I was gonna be like,
No, no, no.
got a
So
mask
we
on.
still don't know who he is. We don't know like who he is, where he's gonna go with this. But now we do know that he wants Oliver for himself. He went even as far to almost killing Tobias Church, almost killing him to be like, because Oliver is mine. I want him for myself. And so he has some type of animosity towards Oliver. Maybe he's from his past somewhere.
That's what you're thinking? You think it's a
Yeah.
past? Or do you think it's similar kind of thing as to why Ragman is holding this against people? So Ragman, obviously with Haven Rock, that's
Right.
why he has his issues. So you think Prometheus has a distinct
I think.
issue with the Green Arrow or a distinct issue with Oliver?
Ooh. I think with probably Oliver. I think he knows who Oliver is.
You think Prometheus knows who he is?
Yes, and I think that he has a specific vendetta against Oliver, and might as well get all the Green Arrow with it.
Would anybody like it? I mean, this is like so out there, but obviously with Slade back in season 3 and 4, would we like to possibly see Slade coming back now as Prometheus instead of Deathstroke? Because there was a bunch of shit about, what's his name, Manu Bennett? Is that the guy that played Slade? I believe it's Manu something like that. There was a couple rumors going around that he could be possibly coming back. We know Arrow's bringing back people from the dead as well. And we know that Slade knows that Oliver is the Green Arrow.
And he knows everything. He knows Oliver's past. He knows everything that Oliver's done. He knows about the list. He knows about everything. So
Salim Ahmed just brought up a great point as well. Hopefully this season the entire city won't be under assault just because someone wants to get to Oliver. Prometheus is a female. That's interesting, Terry Baker. Back to Salim. I believe Tobias is going to be the issue for the city, and then Prometheus is going to be the issue for Oliver in specific.
Also, Aaron Saunders, Olicity must happen. Thank you. I agree. Olicity must and will happen.
He just knows how to push your buttons.
That's not true. He's
Manu Bennett. Yes, I was right. Thank you, Salim Ahmed.
Woohoo! Good job. Okay, moving on. I just wanted to bring up that Captain Lance. He is so sad. And he's just, I feel so bad for him. He's one of my favorite characters, actually, in this show, in this, this whole season. He's just, I guess the first 2 episodes.
I like his beard a lot.
I know. He's just been so sad. I really want to get him, back on the bandwagon, so to speak. Back with Mama Smoke, perhaps. I'm really glad that he...
I tweeted the shit out of them, and they both liked it. And I'm like, yes, it's happening. I was like, it is going down. And I was like, yes, Donna's coming back.
I did see her shooting a couple episodes, so she is coming back.
You got to meet her.
I did meet her. I met her on a red carpet. I was like, I love you.
She sent me the photo, and she was like, oh, hey, just in case you wanted to know, I'm with her. I was like, bitch.
I know.
We always send it to you when we run into somebody.
Yeah, exactly.
I was like with her. I was like, I need to send this picture to my friend Jack, because he's obsessed with you. So
that's my name.
Oh no. So thank you for doing that. But yeah, I saw her shooting, so she's gonna be back this season. Hopefully she gets back with Lance, because he's so sad. And I'm also happy that Thea brought him on as a deputy mayor, because maybe that'll give him something to live for, kind of.
A reason.
A reason to live.
reason to stay sober.
Yeah.
Guys, just in case you don't follow Paul Blackthorne, who is Captain Lance on Twitter and all his other social medias, he actually has a really great movement, which is about Save the Rhinos.
Yeah.
So feel free to go follow him. I'm not going to break it down for you right now because there's obviously not much to do with this show. But make sure you go follow him on Twitter and go and help all the cast supporters, as well as a bunch of t-shirts, a bunch of different merchandise you can buy. And it's all about saving the rhinos that are, I believe, now pretty much almost extinct.
Yeah.
Almost.
Very, very, very close. The West African white rhino or something.
Yeah.
So be sure to check him out, guys, and go and support his cause. He's doing such a great job for everyone. And the rhinos. Keep it horny.
Keep it horny, always.
But remember, size matters.
Only in your hands. Only in your hands. That's just your
We're just talking about hands.
It's not a big
It's
deal.
no big deal.
Oh, of course we are.
It's no big deal.
Of course
Just
we are.
hands. Just hands. Anyway, before we do some fan stuff, I do want to jump into a quick comic book insight thing that I found.
What you got?
So Ameritech from this episode of Arrow.
Ameritech?
Ameritech.
Got it.
So
Amertech.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
I was like, why does that
I
sound
was going to let you keep struggling, but,
Amertech, so in the comic books, it was spelled a little bit differently, but is a weapons manufacturer, and it first appeared in 1994 after the death of Superman.
Bam! I was hoping she was going to say it.
Yeah. So a former employee who quits over moral concerns built a suit out of armor and becomes Steel, one of our Superman replacements. Yes. And the name shows up again in Batman Arkham video game series.
Yes, yes.
Just a fun fact of the
I'm
day.
assuming that.
Do you guys know who Steel is? Do you know who Steel is?
Yes.
Oh, I don't know if you remember the 90s when Shaq played him in a movie.
Yeah.
Yes.
No way.
Shaq played Steel.
in a movie?
Yes.
It's Shaq.
Link me that.
Link
Link me that
Yeah.
now.
I will. I'll send you the whole movie.
I want to watch the
I'll send you a
movie.
VHS and a VCR.
Oh, that shit takes way too long to rewind.
But
So long.
man,
Such a long
it
time.
would be
machine that does it
so
for you?
awesome to see Steel and his sledgehammer. I'm sorry, I just had an nerdgasm.
So you're welcome. That was kind of for you.
Hey, you know
Sonia.
what? I'll give you some on that one.
Wow. Is this us getting along?
Wow,
A little
guys,
bit.
please
Together.
GIF
A
that
little bit.
because it
But-
will never happen again.
Ever.
I mean, can we just
Better get that out of my face
we just do
before we
this?
have some problems.
just a little bit of this?
All right, there you go.
Okay.
There you go.
Anyway, there she is.
Short-lived.
Okay, really quick shout out to Lance, our Facebook group. We have the biggest Arrow community on Facebook. Arrow, the Arrow Cave, discussing the TV show. There he is. So good. Thank you for everything you do, Lance.
It's fine.
That's a nice under the nose shot. I love it.
I like it.
No bears in the cave.
So from that group, I got a few fan things. So from Donnie Pickering, his son had a Deathstroke outfit that I thought was so good and so on point.
Only slightly. Are you kidding me?
What?
Tell me that ain't the
Whoa.
baddest ass Deathstroke costume you've
That
seen.
is so good.
Right?
So good.
How old is his son?
I don't know. He's young.
He's old enough.
That's got to be 14. I'm going to go 14, 15 years
I think
old
he's
in that
younger
kind
than
of
that.
photo.
Yeah.
I think he's younger than
I'm going to say that's actually Slade. He's probably about 46, highly
is
trained and
so
About
everything.
250
Good.
pounds of pure muscle.
Pure
The
muscle.
miracle.
I love
6'4".
that.
That's Slade
such a
right
good-
there. That's
So,
Slade.
Donnie,
That's
thank you for showing us because that is clearly
That's
the best
awesome, dude.
Deathstroke.
I'm going to need to borrow that suit.
You ain't going to fit in that
Yeah, I was gonna
suit.
say.
I apologize, but
I don't know.
you got to
Maybe
be
I'll
in
get
that
a
thing for a
mask.
start.
Not
That's
that
about
big
it.
yet.
Just the mask.
Not yet. Okay, moving on to Mark Pope. Hi, Mark. I saw he posted a meme. I don't know if it's yours or if you just found it, but this was my favorite part of the last
Oh,
episode.
yeah, you did die when we
I
saw this.
died laughing on the floor where Ollie says it's out of their league too. They're too green, and then Felicity says someone could say the same about you. I've been dying 5 years to say that, or I've been waiting for 5 years to say that. Thought it was the funniest. Why is no one laughing?
I was laughing when it happened.
I thought it was so funny.
I was laughing at you in my mind.
What? I thought that was the funniest part of the episode.
It was really funny. It
and
was really
thank you,
good.
Mark, for making a meme
good.
of it. So moving on, I guess. Also,
I love that.
I did too.
You're like up here with the excitement about this meme. We're all like, yeah, this is a good meme. But Olivia's like, best moment of the season.
it's so good. Definitely the best moment so far. We'll see. Okay, from Twitter, moving on to Twitter, Chris Snyder, C Snyder 106, he posted asking us for some costume help.
Oh, yeah, I replied
So-
to that.
So
What did you
here we
go with?
He wanted to know which costume should he go with for, I guess, Halloween. The one on the left and the one on the right.
Hey, this could just
I
be
told him, I
Father's
said,
Day.
Chris, if the
Right.
one on the right has a hood, go with the one on the right. If it doesn't, go with the left.
You can make a hood.
Well, I like
could.
this one because it's OG Arrow.
That's
Yeah.
true.
This is Arrow on
That's what I'm
Lian
saying.
Yu, and I'm a big Lian Yu fan. And obviously, as you guys know, it's just the best island ever. I want to
Yeah.
go there. Doesn't exist. But it depends. You're going for Lian Yu, Chris? I know you've got that long hair coming in, so
Yeah.
you can do that Lian Yu type Oliver, or are you doing Green Arrow Oliver?
The Green
I would
Arrow
rather go to
Oliver
the mascara.
is badass. Though.
I-
So
And
go
if
with
you choose the Green Arrow
do the
one,
right
you can find yourself a black canary just walking around, you know? Just be like, yo, my black canary. We're going to try
Right?
and do this for Halloween, by the way.
We're
Olivia and
gonna
I are
do it
going
for
to do
Halloween.
Green, and you
Well,
guys
just
are
make
gonna
sure
be
you don't
Flash
say that
and
to
Buzz.
any black women, because then they might take it offensive. So, just let you know.
Nah, I'm not going to lie, it's a solid point,
That's
Chris.
it.
It's a
very-
solid
You
point.
At
just
first,
be
I thought
careful.
you were talking about
I don't wanna
me, and
get you
was
in
gonna be
trouble.
What?
I want you to walk up to a random black girl and be like,
wearing
hey,
black,
that's
black,
my
black.
black canary right there. I turn into a problem.
You will get.
Unless it's something that two people like to do.
Unless she's
Yeah,
wearing a
let's go
black
for it,
canary
then it's
costume,
just-
then it's cool.
This
Then
is
it's
getting
cool.
out of hand. It's getting out of hand a little
I'm
bit.
just trying to keep them safe.
It's just getting
I'm
out
all
of
about
hand.
keeping people
Chris,
safe.
I think the one on the right is the better. Oh, it's gone.
Yeah,
but the one
But
on
the
the
one on the
right
right is the way to go,
is
Chris.
the way to go.
The one on the right.
Last thing, Stevenson Johnson fan art.
Oh, this is a funny one.
This is, I thought it was hilarious and so well done. On the line, and then everyone's on the floor.
awesome.
Yeah. So
He's always serious.
One of them's dead. He's
Stevenson.
dead.
Yeah.
Mr. Terrific is
That's-
dead.
Echo
Mr.
Collins
Terrific.
is done, dude. Echo Collins is just out
He got
cold.
the X eyes.
awesome.
He's done.
So I thought that was really well done and super cute. And thank you, Stevenson Johnson, for always sending us amazing art.
You
Talented
guys
as
know where to
always.
find him
Good.
on Twitter at Stevenson Johns
Johns1.
1. Guys, he has tons of fan art.
Yeah.
Did we show the Supergirl fan art that he did? Kellen, did I show the Supergirl fan art or the Flash fan art? Oh, is that a pain in the ass to run through them real quick before we go to Legends? Yeah, thank you, Kellen.
Nice.
Guys, Kellen's our man up in there that makes all of
Kellen's
this
the
happen. It would
bomb.com.
not work if it wasn't for Kellen and Chris and our sound guys and doing our camera guys. This is a great photo for a start. I mean, I feel like this takes me old school a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, this looks very old school, comic book-esque.
Yeah.
It almost looks like the Lego version of like
Oh,
Supergirl.
Supergirl,
Yeah, like if they have a
Superman. Yeah.
game or a movie or something, I feel like that'd be it.
And then we got Jay actually pulling Barry.
Yes.
That's
There
a
you
good
go.
one, too.
I know, I can't
didn't
believe I
even
missed
see
these.
this
I apologize.
one.
That's
Sorry,
the best.
guys.
I love that. That was my favorite part of the episode. Seeing him pull him out and being like, look, let's go get something to eat. This is the 90s. You ain't got to rush. Ain't nobody born yet.
Where
Let's
do
go
you
talk.
think you're going?
Like, I love that.
It's so
And
good.
Stevenson Johnson, you can also get his stuff on mugs.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
And I have a mug, but it's for Gotham, so that's why I haven't brought
No,
it.
you have a Legends one. You have Hawk Girl.
No, I don't.
I want a mug.
I'm Batgirl.
Oh, it was Batgirl.
Batgirl. So
wasn't
he
it?
made me Batgirl.
Oh,
So
good
Stevenson
point.
Johnson, I'm gonna be hitting you up because I
yeah,
need
I'm
one
gonna.
for
I'll
Legends.
be hitting you up too,
Okay.
Stevenson.
They're
Hey, I
so
hope you don't
cool,
have to
and then
take
I'll
these 'cause
sit
my
here and have my
laptop's
mug
about to
here.
die.
It's really good.
So yeah, that's all I have for today. I'm sure there's gonna be more. Let me know on Twitter, on Facebook.
With what hashtag?
DCTV crew.
Hey! Give me another high five.
Yeah.
Sweep!
Oh.
I'm just playing. Give me one. I'll take it. I'll
Don't
take
do it.
Don't do it. Yeah.
Arrow Lover, feel free to ask us again, what team does everybody like better? What do you mean when you say what team in specific, just so that we can answer that as we go through it. Guys, Olivia, wrapped up on Arrow?
That's all I have for today.
Anything to add? Anything to add for
Oh,
Arrow?
I can always talk about Flash, but I'm just saying.
We have
I
Arrow
want to let
on.
somebody else
Add
talk
Arrow.
right now.
Guys, obviously, as Olivia told you, you know where to go and chat with her about all things Arrow. You get it on her Twitter account, on the Facebook group, and on the biggest Facebook group to discussing Arrow, which is one that she showed as well. Olivia, you're a queen. Mwah. You are
Thank
Olivia
you.
Queen.
Olivia Queen. That's
Olivia
true.
Queen. Yeah? Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think
Done.
it's done.
Done.
Forever.
Big Bang reference? Who did the Big Bang? Oh, Lars, someone in the group. You guys are so great in the group chat, by the way. Thank you. You
Yeah,
got
you're
like,
the best.
I
My phone
get
died,
more
otherwise
entertained. No, it didn't. You
Yeah,
can borrow mine.
so
I'll
I
let you.
can't.
Tatiana's phone died, guys, so she is still here.
Sorry.
Don't worry about it. Legends of Tomorrow. Let's do this.
Tomorrow.
Don't let it. Guys, it's Legends of Tomorrow time, and I can't be more excited. I talked a bunch yesterday, so I went back on the Facebook group, and I literally read every single thing that you guys said, and I actually got into tips with a couple of you. You know who I'm talking about.
What's
I
a
was-
tiff?
I was trying to
A
be really
tiff
nice.
is an argument.
Oh.
A small
A
argument.
small argument.
Because my
A
cousin's
small-
name is Tiffany. I call her Tiff. I was like,
No.
you got the Tiff?
No, I got into a tiff. A small
She got 3 kids
argument.
already.
It was a nice argument. I'm not mad at anybody, but I'm watching you. So I just want you to know, people hating on my legends. I said, I stopped it. So, after reading all of that, I broke it down into some points, okay? Just small points that I want to talk about because you guys are all up in a tizzy and have your underwear in a bunch. So, I want to talk about Rip Hunter, all right?
Talk about Rip Hunter.
Where is he? Everybody
here.
says.
There he is.
He's here.
Yeah, I know he's there. Where is he? Everybody says. People
He's
think
there.
he's dead. People think he's dead. People think he's lost in time. You guys, no.
It's a time-space continuum.
He's not lost in time. He's definitely not dead. First of all, IMDb says that he's actually signed on for more episodes. So, but if we didn't have IMDb, pretend it didn't exist.
He's a British good guy.
He's,
The only
Okay.
one.
but he has ulterior motives.
She
I said
loves
this
the
on
phrase
Friday.
ulterior motives.
I do,
okay?
but I said this on
Ulterior
Friday
agendas,
because
ulterior motives.
it is true. It is true.
Everybody has their own hidden agenda.
Not
according to
everybody, just
Tatiana.
Rip. Rip has other things going on that he doesn't tell everybody. I'm not saying he has to share his whole life with everybody, but I am saying that he needs to spill a little something. So, where's Rip?
Where is Rip?
Where is Rip?
Are you gonna go
Here, she's
Wild West?
she's getting she's
That's
getting ready.
one of them.
Yep.
So, he went to the past to be with his family, just like Barry Allen did, for like, what, 2 months, 3 months?
3 months.
3 months. All right. So he did that.
You
so
mean
he
like
could do
50 times?
With his boyfriend
He
Jonah Hex.
created another timeline like Barry, and he's living in this alternate timeline. He went to his safe haven, if you remember from season 1. He went back with his mom, where his mom was, and that's where they kind of hid out for a while, the Legends did. So he could be back there because he feels really safe. And last but not least, to Jonah Hex. Yes, that was everybody's kind of like consensus. He went back to Jonah Hex because he absolutely loved that time. He had some qualms with that time that I think he wanted to go back and like write. And also that's actually where his
Suit is
his
Duster
suit came
and
from.
his revolver.
yeah.
From his
So
favourite time.
he might be there, and Jonah Hex is coming back.
Jonathan
So,
Chase is set. The guy's getting ripped as well for this
so
show.
cool.
Holy
Yeah.
shit.
I'm
Guy's
in
posting
love with
tons of
Jonah
Instagram
Hex.
content. With Jonah Hex?
Oh
Yeah.
The
Bad
writers
face
knew
and all,
there was
like,
no way he wasn't going to be coming back.
Yeah.
Hey, quick question. Aaron
Yeah.
Saunders, hashtag DCTV crew. Thank you for using the correct hashtag.
Yeah.
Tatiana, how long
Yeah.
do you think it will take for the team to find Rip? Do you think we're still going to be seeing him in episode 2, not with the team, but we're going to find out where he is right away?
No.
I don't think
You-
it's
we don't think
necessarily...
we're going to see him next
No,
week.
we're not going to see him next week because next week is all about JSA.
JSA?
It's going to be all about
yes.
JSA. So everybody needs to calm down. Oh, those are JSA. They only show this. They look like. Stop. You only saw it like that. There's a, hey, we're just. No, okay. You only saw it for
the
just a
entrance
second.
was like
Yeah.
1960s.
So give them a
shit,
second.
like-
Give them a second to go through JSA. Okay,
Yeah.
you guys, stop. But the difference between JSA and the Legends crew, Okay, because people were sad that we didn't get more into the Legends timeline, who everybody was, where everybody was. JSA and Legends crew. Legends is a band of individuals who are not heroes that come together and are trying to be heroes.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, so they keep missing things up. Then they meet JSA, all right, who's like the ultimate
Justice Society
hero.
of America.
Yeah, they're the
Justice
ultimate people.
Society.
So for them to run into these people, number one, it could be a really great inspiration for somebody who they want to be like. I don't think Mick Royer would actually take too kindly to that. Oh, I'm sorry. I saw
Question.
The finger. Come on, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm sorry. You saw that finger?
I
Sorry.
saw the finger. No,
I
stop me.
cannot, for the life of me, remember the name of the girl with the star, and she has like usually as the big.
Stargirl.
Duh, Devin.
Her name is Stargirl.
I was like, I know that because she's always
It's
the one leaning on the
Stargirl.
table with the staff, and this is like, what was her name? Stargirl.
Stargirl.
I was like, it's Star something.
And I know some people were
Couldn't
sad.
think of
Couldn't think of girl. Couldn't think of girl.
Star
I was
Girl.
trying not to like demean her. I was like, Star woman, Star female,
It's Stargirl.
Star
Stargirl.
important
And I
person.
know a couple people were actually sad about her costume, and I have to admit I was a little disappointed with her
That's a
costume.
pretty good looking Star.
I'm
Yeah.
I've
But
got
they're
absolutely
saying
no
that-
issues with that Stargirl costume.
I was kind of hoping for the new 52 version, but
Oh, but they're
But
going
we're
back
going
in the
back
day,
in
though.
time.
the new 52
Back
version of
in
Stargirl
time.
would be so dope compared to this. Okay, but I'm not hating on the JSA. All right.
You better not hate on
I'm
the
not
JSA.
hating
You
on the JSA.
respect your elders.
You don't even understand. So many people were like, JSA. All right.
Page 36 in Flash
we
Corinthians
talking about the Flash,
25,
We're not
32.
talking about the Flash.
We're
right
not
now.
talking about the Flash. I got
not
my
talking
own
about-
Legends Bible. By the way, side note, I'm looking for a really, I'm
Oh.
in love with notebooks. If you know a really good Legends notebook, please send me the link and I will buy it.
V.
Because I-
Zandesian. That
Okay.
that was definitely not how you pronounce your name, so my apologies. Best bet. Hashtag DCTV crew. Tatiana, what are your thoughts on the newest member of Legends? Nate Hayward.
That was a little intimate. You know?
I think that just said it all. I love him. I think
Yeah.
he's a great
He
actor.
is, he is V's new fave as well, so you and V need to go check out Nate.
Gosh. Okay, we can because he's amazing.
He's the best.
And I think he's a fantastic actor. He's going to be a fantastic addition, and I'm really excited to see what he adds. I'm really excited to see what he adds.
Oh, this is true. Were any of you guys Smallville fans?
Yes.
Yes.
You were? Because
Yes.
the JSA were very strong on Smallville.
Yes,
Yeah.
I love stuff.
I just didn't have time to get 10 episodes deep in that stuff.
Some people were really upset because, like I said, the whole character development. You guys, it is the first episode. It's the first episode, and I think that it's taken a while for Legends to kind of get back in their groove. You have to remember they've lost 3 members. Okay, The
Yep.
Hawks are gone. Okay, y'all know I wasn't a fan of the Hawks.
I
Okay.
wasn't either.
Oh my
I'm
gosh.
glad
so,
they are gone.
Me too. The Hawks were gone, and Captain Cold is gone. So 3 people.
I did like Captain Cold, though.
3 people
Yeah.
are gone, and so they're trying to get back into the groove of things. So I think adding Vixen and Citizen Steel,
Who is Nate Hayward?
who is Nate Hayward.
That's what somebody just asked.
Yeah.
Mr. D Style, throw that into what you're about to say.
for
Mr.
it.
D Style, thanks on the chat. Will Nate Hayward have superpowers?
Yes,
while
he
you-
will.
Oh, you think he will?
He's going to be Citizen
He's
Steel.
Citizen Steel.
He is
Of
Citizen
course he
Steel.
got
And what's
some
really
How
cool
do
is
you think he's going to get them then? Because that's what interests me. In my opinion,
know.
Nate Hayward's powers are his intelligence right now and the fact that he's a historian.
well, yeah, they call him like the time detective right now.
Which I like.
But
That's
he's
cool.
actually going to interact with his grandfather,
Grandpapa?
which is cool, which is Commander Steel. So that'll be a really, really cool interaction to see, and I can't wait for that to happen. It's probably going to happen next
We're going to
season.
go now into Legion of Doom members, and I'm going to join in a question that says Captain Cold is coming back.
Yes.
Do you believe he's going to be coming back to join up?
So here's what I think. We have
Yes.
Damien Dark.
This is a badass group of
is
people.
so- I know,
okay?
I'm so
I know
excited.
you dislike this. This is a badass group of
such
people.
a badass
You have magic. You have speed.
Yeah.
You have Malcolm Merlin, who's just like a badass
He's just
in
a
general.
badass.
My
He's a
favorite
hero.
villain. One
I
of my
love
favorite
Malcolm.
villains / good guys.
And he's still
then
good.
Captain Cold, who's Wentworth Miller. You love Wentworth Miller. You're not.
Yeah, no,
So
I'm not opposed to this Legion of Doom. It's definitely a good CW Legion of Doom. It's just, I mess with the real Legion of Doom when the tower comes out the swamp.
So
it's a
somebody
different-
said, why didn't we see the tower?
like I said,
it doesn't have anything to do.
I
right
try
now.
not to nitpick because like the nerd side comes out and it's like, why did you I try not to do that.
You have to
It's
remember,
tough.
this is the first
You're right.
episode.
You're right.
Yeah.
There's so much more that has to be uncovered. So it's the first episode.
You're right. That's why I say I'm all
Yeah.
about evolution
All right.
in the show. So,
So we have Damien Dark and Reverse Flash. Those
Cool.
are the two that we have right now.
nah, see, that's the suit. That's why I love that yellow to black.
This one.
Yeah, that one's
I
cool.
love that.
Damon's
What I think is going to be happening, I think Reverse Flash is Damien Dark's time machine, basically, because he can go anywhere. So I
No, he
think
can't.
Well, not anywhere, but
Airbud can't, can he?
He can.
Airbag's not just bouncing backwards and through time right now. Well, shit, with
He
all the
can.
timelines messed up, technically
Yeah.
now.
That's what I'm saying.
Now he
That's
can
what-
do
that's
whatever.
what I'm saying,
right.
yeah.
So he's
Technically
basically
now he
Damien
can.
Dark's like time machine. So what I think is going to happen is he's going to go back in time and grab Captain Cold from before he was in Legends, and take him and bring him to the evil side. And then we're going to see really cool McRory and Captain Cold face each other, and Captain Cold's not going to know anything. Like McRory's finally going to have the upper hand because they always thought of him as the dumb one,
Yeah.
you know. And so now he's going to know all this stuff. He's gained all this
And
wisdom.
Captain Cole's not going to know any of
and
it.
Captain Cole's not going to know.
Hey, we're going to see more from
But
Rory.
Captain
So that's
Cold
what I
is
think.
smart. Captain
that's
Cold-
true.
He's
That's
always
very
been known
smart.
as one of the leaders of the rogues. He's very smart.
He'll get it, but for the first time, I think McRory's gonna have the upper hand, and I
For a little bit.
love Rory, so you know, I think that's what's gonna happen.
My apologies, guys.
Phil's calling
Yeah, Phil's calling me. What's up, Phil? What's up, brother? We're
Moving
going to
on.
the Escape Hotel tonight. So he's like,
that
oh,
would be
come over. I'm like, go away. I'm busy.
This is more important.
This is way more important.
way more important.
I want to bring it to this fan art that I found, you guys. So cool.
Oh,
That's
what?
dope.
That is so cool.
That's dope.
This is the kind of shit that I would have on a frame
Oh,
in my room,
totally.
in
Yeah.
my living room.
This is
an
by-
awesome bit of fan art.
You guys, I'm totally gonna
Butcher the name.
Yeah.
Say it.
Do
Try
it.
it.
Nye Z.
NAI_ZEE.
Yeah,
ZEE.
yeah.
CEE. That's,
So
that's how I would.
Nye Z. Anyways, you guys follow him on Twitter. Find him on Twitter. He is so cool. All of his artwork is
That's
dope.
super cool.
It's just like that, and I
dope.
like
Dope.
such a
Dope.
fan. I'm such a fan of him. I started following him on Twitter. He's absolutely amazing. So NAI_ZEE. Check him out. He's got more stuff like that. So cool.
That's super cool.
I love it. I love it. Okay,
Just
I'm just like reveling.
gobsmacked on this right now. Yeah, no, I couldn't agree
Reveling in
anymore.
it. I love really good art. All right.
Got any questions or anything? Or you can go
Let me
straight
do one fan shout out.
Cool, let's do it.
Mark Anthony Reyes on Facebook. He said he's going to record Gotham and play it on Friday, so that way he has his whole lineup
Of DC TV.
DC TV. Mondays Supergirl, Tuesdays The Flash, Wednesdays Arrow, Thursdays Legends, and then Friday he can watch Gotham.
Hey, is anyone watching Gotham?
Well, I mean, of course he'll watch us too,
Watch us,
and then
baby.
he'll watch Gotham.
Watch us.
3 p.m.
Because
every
that's
Friday.
the only one
Forget
we
about
listen
Gotham.
is
No, I'm just kidding
Gotham.
with you guys. I'm just kidding. Let's give the Facebook group a shout out. You don't have anything else?
Nah, just questions.
Cool. Give the group a Facebook shout out and let's do this stuff.
All right. DC Legends of Tomorrow discussing the TV show. I am there all the
Pretty
time.
much every day.
Yeah. That's where I talk. You guys will find me on there all the time. So there I am with my little tiffs.
Ow, tips.
Mini.
Tiffs.
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 Do I have
Spit
Steven?
over
Do
there.
I have fan art for Legends from Steven St. John's as well, Kellen? I believe I do. Yes,
Yay,
Earbud and Mr.
Lord.
Dog. That's the one that I have. So this is the meeting of Earbud.
The only
and
thing that
Mr.
bothers
Dog.
me about Dark is that H in his name. That's the only thing that bothers me about him is that damn
too.
H. I don't know why it is, because it makes me want to say
He wants to
Mr.
be
Dark.
different.
Wait, spell gnome.
Gnome.
Yeah.
Gnome.
Like
Kit.
GNOME.
So do you want to say gnome all the time?
No, I'm just saying that when I see the A, when I say Dark, I'm like, it's cool. It's Damien Dark, cool. But when I see it, I'm like, Dark.
I think the H
Hey,
makes
Mr.
him more
Dark.
evil. It's like when there's an H in it, it's like, ooh, now you're really evil with your little H in your name. That's what I think.
So if you have an H in your name, Olivia.
you are evil, apparently.
That's Hannah.
If
I'm
there's just
Henry.
a random
Michelle,
just
Rachel,
saying.
Hennessy.
I'm just saying.
whose name is Hennessy.
I actually have a friend named Hennessy Rubio. Shout out to Hennessy. Good thing, girl. She's a very, very good dancer / model.
Anyway, that's good.
Guys,
Cool.
that's been our wrap up of this week, guys. This is a new form. Oh, we have this one. This is from last week, but hey, you got it anyway. This is another one. That
I'm
Stevenson
digging
Johnson. Thank you,
Supergirl's
Kellen.
physique right
This
now.
is a better one. Yeah,
dope.
exactly.
That's
She
It's a
is
good
strong.
job, Stevenson.
And
Guys,
look at Flash them pectorials.
What about Arrow?
It's all the suit.
Arrow always
It's all
good.
the suit.
Yeah.
He got
Thank
waves
you.
doing this one. I like this.
guys, it's
welcome.
been, in case we used to have 4 shows. We now only have one. But what we are going to be doing for you guys is we've heard you. We're going to try and be creating some more content on the nights of the shows. We know you want to chat with me for Supergirls on Mondays, Devon for Flash on Tuesdays, Olivia for Arrow on Wednesdays, and Tatiana on Thursdays for Legends. So this week, as you guys have seen, after each episode, we're going to be trying releasing some more content, the stuff that we like, a post-episode reaction. That's what we're going to get out for you guys right away. So make sure you are joining us live after the episodes. We are still doing that for you. Guys, we're trying to create a nice big community here so that we can all have fun talking all things DC TV universe. And I've had a wonderful Friday chatting with everybody back home and you guys right here. It's been a great week of DC TV, guys. From Supergirl, Flash, Arrow, and Legends. From myself, Devon, Olivia, and Tatiana. I'm good to go. Of course, guys, last thing I'm going to give us a shout out for is the Stream TV's Facebook group. You guys be sure to follow the DC TV Universe crew, _thestream.tv. But also, if you guys are Marvel fans, if you guys are a bunch of other different fans, we have so much content going on here at the stream. Some of you guys want to talk about Gotham, we know, and we have the Batcave here. So be sure to subscribe to the Stream.tv on YouTube and like the Stream TV's Facebook page so that Ooh,
What did
it's
you
a
do,
bad
Tatiana?
omen there, bad omen there. Guys, again, from all of us, have a wonderful weekend. I'll be chatting with you on Monday at Supergirl. You're going to be catching Devon, Olivia, and Tatiana throughout the week. From everybody here at the Stream.tv, guys, this has been a hell of a lot of fun. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful weekend.
Yes.
Yeah, bye, guys.
#DCTV crew.
crew.
Hashtag wonderful weekend.
Or that.